Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. Today I will review the A6 Mini PC by Geekom, the world's leading mini PC manufacturer. This tiny PC is literally a fraction the size and weight of my gaming laptop, yet it can do the same exact stuff. From day-to-day tasks like browsing the web, watching videos, or running the Microsoft suite of apps to editing 4K videos in Adobe Premiere Pro or play AAA PC games. All of this in a form factor that's even smaller than my M4 Mac Mini by a good margin. Either you need a clean disk setup or something small to travel with, you should definitely consider having one. So let's find out how good is the Geekom A6 Mini PC. Starting with the dimensions, it's 112.4 by 112.4 with 37mm thickness and it weighs 433 grams. This PC is small enough to fit in the palm of my hand. Talking about the I/O, on the front we have two USB 3.2 Gen 2 Type A ports with 10 gigabit per second transfer speeds, and the one on the left supports power delivery with a 3.5mm headphone jack. On the left it has a full SD card reader. On the back it has plenty of stuff. First we have a 2.5 GHz LAN port, another USB Type A 3.2 Gen 2 and one USB 2.0, and here we have two HDMI 2.0 ports. The USB-C on the right is a 3.2 Gen 2 with 10 gigabits per second transfer speed and power delivery support. The one on the left is a USB 4 with up to 40 gigabits per second and power delivery support as well. And finally, we have the 19 volts power input. On a side note, the Geekom A6 can run up to 4 4K monitors at the same time or one 8K monitor. Plus, you have the ability to connect an external GPU to the USB 4 port on the back, which will allow you to enhance the gaming performance if you want to. Specs-wise, it's powered by the AMD Ryzen 7 6800H CPU that comes with 8 cores, 16 threads, and a clock speed of up to 4.7 GHz. Paired with the Radeon 680M integrated GPU with 4 GB of dedicated memory that can be expanded to 16 GB under the BIOS. It's equipped with 32 GB of DDR5 RAM, at a speed of 4800 MTS that can be expanded to 64 GB. Storage-wise, it has a 1TB PCIe Gen 4 X4 NVMe SSD already installed that can be expanded up to 2 TB of storage, plus an extra M.2 2242 SATA SSD slot that can take up to 1 TB of extra storage. And finally, it supports Wi-Fi 6E and Bluetooth 5.4. And what I like here is how easy you can upgrade the RAM and the storage of the Geekom A6 Mini PC. First, you need to remove the 4 rubber pads at the bottom of the device by hand without any extra tools. Then you need to remove the 4 screws under the rubber pads. Then remove the plastic cover, but be careful because there is a thin wire that connects to the motherboard, so you can put it aside for now until you unscrew the 4 screws of the metal plate. Then remove this black tape that attaches the thin wire to the metal plate to make it free, which is something you can slowly do to reuse this tape later. And now it's gone. Then you can take off the metal plate freely like this. Here you will find the pre-installed 1 TB of storage covered by the heat sink that you can easily remove if you are planning to upgrade the main storage. Then we have the extra M.2 2242 SATA SSD slot I talked about earlier. And finally, on the left, we have the 2 SODIMM RAM slots that can take up to 64 GB of RAM as mentioned earlier. The only problem I faced in this process is I accidentally detached the thin wire or the Wi-Fi antenna attached to the plastic cover from the motherboard, which I found to be a painful process to put it back in place. So I had to remove the SSD and a small piece of plastic to be able to reach the connector, which is also not easy to put it back because of that tight space. But thankfully I was able to do it at the end, so you need to keep that in mind if you are planning to upgrade your Geekom A6. Now let's put it into action to see how well it performs, but first let me show you what's included in the box. It comes with a 120 watts power brick, a VESA mount bracket so you can attach it to the back of your monitor or any flat surface with all the required screws, a HDMI cable, and finally the user guide. Now let's try the mini PC in different scenarios. Starting with the 4K video editing on Adobe Premiere Pro, the device is running at the default settings with the performance set to normal and the GPU RAM is set to 4 GB under the BIOS settings. I was able to edit a couple of videos that are currently live on my channel, and here is one of the examples. With the quality set to full, the timeline remained smooth even at the parts highlighted in red. Neither the CPU, the GPU or RAM were fully utilized as shown under the performance tab of the task manager. Plus, I was able to jump between different parts of the video quickly without any lag. Setting the quality to 50% makes it even better. You might need to lower the quality only if your videos include more motion graphics than mine, but overall I was happy with the editing experience. Exporting this 17 minutes and 32 seconds 4K video took about 24 minutes in total, with the GPU running at 100% most of the time. The RAM was in the 70s, while the CPU usage was low. I was also curious to try the performance mode and assign more RAM to the GPU to see if that makes any difference. So under the BIOS settings, I assigned 8 GB of RAM to the GPU instead of 4, activated the performance mode, and tried to export the video again. It took the same 24 minutes, but the fan was noticeably louder, which was also the case with games. The performance mode doesn't make that much of a difference, so I reverted back to the normal mode, which I will use for the rest of this video. Switching to gaming, I tried GTA 5 at a resolution of 3440 by 1440, the graphics preset was set to minimum, ray tracing is off, and here are the rest of the settings if you are interested to check it out. In this scenario, the FPS was ranging between 37 to 40 something. To me, the game was playable, but you can definitely lower the resolution to gain more FPS if you want to. The second game I tried is Forza Horizon 5 at 1080p and low graphics preset. It was able to reach between 60 to 70 frames per second most of the time, and the lowest number I have seen is 40 something, so the gaming experience was good enough. The third and last one is Delta Force at 1080p resolution and low graphics. The FPS was averaging between 50 to 70 something. Overall, the Geekom A6 is not meant for gaming, but being able to get a decent experience in AAA games is a good indication on how well it will perform in basic tasks like browsing the web, watching 4K videos on YouTube, or running Microsoft Office. Plus, you have the ability to connect an external GPU to the USB 4 port if you want to enhance the gaming experience anyway. I also tested the read and write speeds in Crystal Disk Mark with the NVMe SSD option selected under Settings. The Geekom A6 was able to deliver great speeds as shown now on the screen. Now let's talk about the pricing and my final thoughts. The 1TB and 32GB of RAM variant tested in this video costs $629 after the ongoing 5% discount, with 3 years of warranty and 30-day return policy, plus 3 other variants to choose from as shown now on the screen. If you are interested, you will find my affiliate links in the description along with the discount code. Taking everything into account, the Geekom A6 changed my mind about mini PCs. I used to see them as basic machines that barely deliver enough performance, so I completely ignored having one in the past. But after trying the A6, things changed. I was able to edit my 4K videos seamlessly, play AAA games, and do all the basic tasks I might need without a hassle. Plus, its small footprint and lightweight made it a lot easier to carry. Even if I paired it with a portable 15-inch monitor, it will still be easier to travel with when compared to my 5kg gaming laptop. Starting this point, the Geekom Mini PCs are my go-to over big and heavy laptops or desktops. In addition to the ability to upgrade the RAM and the storage later down the road, or connect an external GPU if I need to, makes it future-proof. Having all of this for just $629 is a great deal in my opinion. By this, I'm done with the review of the Geekom A6 Mini PC. Please let me know in the comments what do you think. But for now, thanks so much for watching and see you in the next video.